Hi everybody, this is going to be part 2 of my question and answer giveaway. So basically I'm just going to leave off where I started from or where I ended off in the last video. So the next person that commented was vlogging and hauling. VLOGGING So the first question is, when did you start fostering guinea pigs? I've been fostering for almost a year now. I believe I got Miss Giggles, which was my first foster. She was pregnant. I got her right before Christmas because I can remember we were waiting and waiting and waiting for her to give birth, and finally she did. And I remember Christmas rolled by and I thought, oh, wouldn't it be awesome if she had these babies on Christmas? But then she didn't. So it was around the holidays last year. When did you get into YouTube? I kind of went through this in my last video, but I got into YouTube actually when I started fostering my guinea pigs because I was looking for information on guinea pigs and such, and I just really got into it and I thought, hey, why not? Why shouldn't I start making videos? And then guinea pig videos turned into haul videos, turned into vlogging videos, and now I make a video almost every day on YouTube, so make sure you subscribe. The next person to ask a question was One Stop Pet Channel, and they said, I'll spell that for you guys. ONESTOPPETCHANNEL. And their first question was, how did you come up with your channel's name? When I was like a teenager, well, not when I was a teenager, probably when I was in my 20s, because we didn't even have internet when I was a teenager. That's how old I am. But when I was in my 20s, my first email address was AZ4Angela, and it's kind of weird because a lot of people mispronounce it, but the name goes like this. It's supposed to be A is for Angela, but instead of IZ, I just added a Z, and instead of the word 4, I added the number 4. So it's supposed to be A is for Angela, but it's as the number 4, Angela. I know, it's kind of stupid, but whatever. That's what it is. How many pets have you had? So many I can't even count. That was kind of a previous question. I've had dogs, cats. Oh, I did have a lizard one time. My kids had a gecko. They also had a tarantula. That did not go well. Okay. And the next person is Australian Cavy Lover. AustralianCavyLover. Will you ever foster any other animals besides guinea pigs? No. I have 2 dogs. I only really know about guinea pigs. I don't know about rabbits. I think rabbits need a lot more space, and pretty much the organization that I foster for only has, well, they have rabbits. Sometimes they do cats, but mostly their big thing is rabbits, and I will not foster rabbits. I will not foster hamsters or gerbils or anything like that. I'll stick to guinea pigs. What's your favorite wild animal? Wow. That's kind of hard. I would have to say the wolf, because I think they're so pretty, and unfortunately in Wisconsin they just passed a law where you can actually hunt them, and I just think it's wrong. I think that the DNR is overblowing it. I don't think that there's as many wolves as they think. I know a lot of people say, oh no, there really is, but whatever, I don't think so. So definitely the wolf. How did you come up with your dog's names? Well, Sugar Pie from a TV show. Do you guys remember Anna Nicole Smith? She passed away, but she used to have her very own reality show, and she had a black and white dog, and her dog's name was Sugar Pie. And I decided to get my dog, and right when I saw her, I thought, that's my baby Sugar Pie. So that's Sugar Pie's name. And then Snooki, obviously, I was into the Jersey Shore. And with Shih Tzus, they are known to have like a huge bouffante, like pony right above their head. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. But anyway, and she's all tan, just like Snooki is. So I thought, oh, that would be cute to name her Snooki. And then I just added on Louise because I love Southern names. So her name is Snooki Louise. And number 4, out of all the pigs you have fostered, do you have a favorite? I would have to say it's the very first one, Miss Giggles. She was so, so sweet, and she loved eating her treats, and she would squeak all the time, and she was such a good mom. So I'd have to say Miss Giggles. Okay, the next person is Russian Luda, Russianluda. Okay, so her questions are like down and real. So we're getting real now. Number 1, what was the happiest moment of your life? I would have to say that this is a double question. I have 2 happy moments. The first one was when my oldest daughter, Elizabeth, was born. It was just amazing. I had her when I was 16, so it was kind of hard because I was so young and I was scared and everything was just happening so fast. But when she came, it was just beautiful. And the same exact moment was when my daughter Annabelle was born. Not the same exact moment, but you know what I mean. Like, they're equally like the happiest. When Annabelle was born, my second daughter, it was just myself and my mom in the room with the midwife. And I remember we dimmed the lights and everything was like really like calm and everything. And she came out and she, you know, cried for a little while, but then was very, very content. And it was just like extremely beautiful. So those were the happiest moments of my life. The saddest moment of my life that I can think of was when my dad was diagnosed with cancer. That was by far like the most horrible thing that has ever happened to me, I think, or anybody in my family. It was a very, very traumatic experience because my dad was like the rock in our family. He's like the leader, and it was just really, really hard to see him, you know, getting sick, and he still is sick, but that was the saddest. Who is the most important person in your life? Obviously, my father. Can you tell me about him or her? My dad is amazing, and I'm going to try to do this without crying, but my dad, from when I can, as far back as I can remember, did everything for us. My dad worked full-time and my mom worked part-time nights. So I wouldn't see my mom at all. I'd go to school and my mom would be home when I was in school. And when I'd come home, my dad would be the one picking me up from school, and he would do all the cooking, all the cleaning, all the housework. He would, you know, take care of us, give us our baths, put us to bed, everything. And he was just always there for me no matter what. And I could tell him anything and know that he wouldn't get mad. I mean, he knows there's not one thing about me that my dad does not know. He knows everything. So yeah, he's the most important person in my life. Who has been the kindest to you in your life? I can't even pinpoint who it would be because there's just so many kind people that I know. So that's like a really, really hard question. What are you proudest of in your life? I would definitely have to say giving birth to my daughter, Elizabeth. I was 16 years old. Not that it's really uncommon right now to be 16 and have a child, but back then it kind of was. I mean, we had a really, really small class in our high school, and I was the only one in my class who got pregnant. And it was just really, really hard. I remember going to school, being pregnant, like 7 months, 8 months pregnant, and having people, you know, I mean, you could tell people were talking behind my back, and it was a pretty traumatic experience. But that's what happens. People go through shit, and you get over it, and you learn from it. Let's see. Do you have any regrets? Of course I have regrets. Who doesn't have regrets? Everybody makes mistakes. You learn to live through it. You learn to take the positive out of your mistake or take the negative and turn it into a positive. What was your childhood like? I think I'm going to stop the video now because I'm almost at 10 minutes again. So I'm going to have a part 3. Sorry. But I'm doing all these videos on my iPhone, and really it can only go like to 10 minutes, and then it kind of cuts me off. So I will put a little mark and look for part 3. Okay, watch for part 3, guys. Bye.